Gauranga Nityananda Gauranga 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 Nityananda Gauranga. Hare Krishna, everybody. Welcome. Are you ready for it? Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus. Oh my Lord, oh my Lordships. Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada. Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada. Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada. Sri Advaita Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Advaita Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Advaita Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Welcome, dear friends. Thank you for coming here and inspiring me to chant and remember the Lord. Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Actually, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. We should add some cartels. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama.
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Okay, we can chant some japa now. Hare Krishna. Keep your microphones on. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama Hare Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Rama Hare Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare Rama Rama Rama
Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare
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 Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Rama Hare
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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
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 Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Bravo, my
Krishna
Lord.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare
Oh
Hare
my Lord, my
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
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 Hare Krishna
Rama, Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna, Hare
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 Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare Hare Rama
Hare
Hare Rama Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare Rama
Krishna
Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare 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 Rama
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Krishna
Rama
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Rama Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Rama
Ram
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram Hare
Rama
Ram
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Rama Hare Rama
Hare Krishna
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama
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 Hare
Rama Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Rama
Krishna
Hare Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Hare Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare Rama
Hare Hare
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare.
Krishna.
Hey, mute your mics. I think it's just too much for the. I'm getting some. It's just too many chanters, I guess. Okay, so just mute your mics. We'll just use one person chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. You can pair the channels now there, whatever your name is over there. You can pair the channels because I paid for the subscription again. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Dora Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Dora Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7. Prahlad pacifies Nishingadev with prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So, the great saint Narada Muni. Let's see, let's do this. The great sage Narada Muni. What happened here? Oh, I see. Okay, there we go. The great sage Narada Muni, the great saint Narada Muni continued. Oops, lost it again. The demigods headed by Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and the other great demigods dared not come forward before the Lord, who at that time was extremely angry. The goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, was requested to go before the Lord by all the demigods present, who, because of fear, could not do so. But even she had never seen such a wonderful and extraordinary form of the Lord, and thus she could not approach him. Thereafter, Lord Brahma requested Prahlad Maharaj, who was standing very near him, "My dear son, Lord Nishingadev is extremely angry at your demoniac father." Please go forward and appease the Lord. Narada Muni continued, "O king, although the exalted devotee, Prahlad Maharaj, was only a little boy, he accepted Lord Brahma's words, and he gradually proceeded towards Lord Nishingadev and fell down to offer his respectful obeisances. with folded hands. Yeah, yeah. What is this here? Why is this like this? Oh, I see. Right message. Okay. Yeah, yeah. There we go. Yeah, yeah. So isn't that beautiful? Lord Prahlad Maharaj, the exalted devotee. Yeah, this is what Lord. This is what the Lord wants to make people is exalted devotees. Why was Prahlad exalted? He was a demon. He was from the demon family. But why was there was a reason why he was exalted? Yeah, because of this ecstatic love. He would worship the Lord on a very intimate basis, and he had the symptoms of sometimes he would laugh, sometimes he would cry. This is a symptom of deep ecstasy. Deep see, Lord Prahlad Maharaj, the exalted devotee, he was very conclusive too because he worshipped long enough to where he became very deep understanding of the Lord. See Bhagavad Gita 10:10, to those who worship me with loving ecstasy. These are the persons people should be looking for. People don't know what is an exalted devotee. Well, Lord Caitanya in this age, through his real disciplic line, wants to make so many exalted devotees, like Prahlad, with even a deeper understanding of the kingdom. See, Prahlad and even the goddess of fortune had never seen such a wonderful form. Think about, listen, people of the world, this is how it works. Nobody, the demigods never saw Nishingadev. This was the new manifestation of an eternal form of the Lord that no one had ever seen. Listen, Christians, is the same thing. Lord Caitanya is a new manifestation that the world had never seen. Never had there been such exalted mercy manifested. Look, he's doing it again. Look at you guys. Even people in our Sangha with ecstasy are bewildered about who's exalted here. They're looking at crusts. The Lord is giving, oh no, hey man, those devotees are like Prahlad, man. They're conclusive. Like, well, for example, when I see an exalted devotee, they're very intimate with the Lord. They know who the Lord is. Now, that's pretty amazing, isn't it? I don't care if they have a little bad behavior. Neither does my Lord. But so why the heck should you care? Right, Shamadori? What is this? Yeah, exalted devotees. They cry and laugh like Prahlad Maharaj. They understand the devotional science. I see a few people like that here. I even see you ecstatic devotees have a ways to go still. I was watching. I saw Johan. He still needs a ways to go. He's still a little child as far as I observe things. I'll be impressed when you can see what is the real standard. The whole world is bewildered by what is the real standard. See, the real standard is what the Lord is giving. Man, this song it bewilders the whole Vaishnava movement. They've never seen such an exalted form of Lord Caitanya. No, an exalted, form. Exalted grace is his form. Exalted ecstatic love is his form. Exalted understanding of the devotional science is his form. Many of you have that here, even though you still have a crust. The test for even you ecstatic devotees. Can you see that in the devotee and relate to that? See? Otherwise, you don't know enough about what this is. Who is Radharani? I hear this. Radha, who knows? Yeah, well, hey man, I can relate to that verse personally. That Krishna was looking. I want to know the glories of Radha's love. That's why I show up here. I always want to know the glories of Radha's love, man. I totally relate to you, Krishna. It's so amazing, man. The happiness of Radha's love is so fantastic. I'm looking for that every day. I want to know it more and more. Okay? That's Lord Chaitanya's grace to get that kind of love here. Okay? And the test is, can you see it in others here? Or are you looking at the crust? Are you a fault finder? Okay? See, that's why people have problems. You have to see. That's why you see the Lord has deep teachings here. Teaches these kinds of things. Can you recognize this bhakti in others and relate to that? And see that, hey man, this is the basis of our family is that Lord living in us. Don't worry about all the outside trappings. That's just temporary stuff. It's going to go. The main thing is you'll see that those who have this ecstatic love, they love these talks. They love to read Chaitanya Bhagavat. See, this is the Lord giving the ability. The Lord is giving that grace to make you a saint. See? Yeah, and if you want to not have problems in the future, start, this is just listen and gradually you'll see also. Yeah. Then you'll love your brothers and you'll pay. Oh, it's like, you see, this is just coming and it's temporary stuff. So that's coming from my side of the fence today. I like that. What's coming from your side of it? That's a great way. You think, yeah. What's your realization today? Well, my realization is this person has bad behavior, man. I don't think I don't even want to talk to them. Oh, is that your realization? Okay, that's from your side of the fence, not mine. My side of the fence, this devotee has ecstatic devotion. Oh, this person loves Chaitanya Bhagavat to the point of tears and ecstasy. Ooh, how wonderful. Let me kiss that person's feet. See? Let me wash that person's feet. My Lord is living inside there in an awakened state. I'll get the mercy if I get the blessings of those devotees. Yeah. That's from my side of the street. I'm happy that the Lord let me see like that more. He's given me a lot of peace. More peace. Less friction too. It's less friction. No, less drama. Now I just create the drama just by speaking these truths. It's amazing. It causes all kinds of drama. I you look at the story today. Some devotee who asked for a friend request put a great saying up there. She says the only persons who are afraid of who don't like to hear the truth are those who are living the lie or believing in the lie. Yes, isn't that a great truth? I mean, that is clear. Use the standard like, hey, don't look at the external crust, I'm a bitch, or whatever it is. Look at, is Radha and Krishna inside there? Because, hey, man, that's who you're dealing with. Because the Lord is choosing that person to be and live intimately with them. Look at that. Don't have a problem with what the Lord doesn't have a problem with. So anyway, we'll get there. It's just a matter of purification. Purification, that word, that terrible word. Dentist care. Yeah. Oops, how did that happen? Close. Okay. All right. He gradually proceeded towards Nishingadev and fell down to offer his respectful obeisances. When Nishingadev saw the small boy, Prahlad Maharaj prostrated at his soles of his lotus feet. He became most ecstatic in affection towards his devotee. Raising Prahlad, the Lord placed his lotus hand upon the boy's head, and because his hand is always ready to create fearlessness in all his devotees. That's what I like, especially, like when that happens here, I see the fearlessness in devotees, the confidence you get. That shows you my Lord is living with you. It gives you that kind of boldness, that kind of strength in the spirit strength. Dunamis. Christians call it the dunamis power. I was always fascinated with that spirit. I only got to really get clear on that when I got here, more clear, like here, Krishna consciousness. This is what you'll be. People, I can't preach. I don't have the, just as you're getting purified, you'll see it'll be the Lord preaching through you. Those words of Jesus will become true for you. When you get, he said, when you get the Spirit of the Lord, it'll be the Lord speaking through you. And you'll know what that is. See? Shabaguri getting to know what I'm talking about. Giving her strength and boldness. Hey, remember, you couldn't do that on your own before, right? So you got to be fed. You got to have a lot of this food here that we give a lot of food now. Yeah. See, he became most ecstatic in affection towards his devotee. See, why? Because the Lord, this is the basis for Lord Chaitanya's descent, to share with the world that the world doesn't know. The Lord becomes affectionate towards his devotee. See, his devotee is affectionate to the Lord, therefore the Lord reciprocates. It's not about being one with God. Not that way, not the way people think. Not the way people are striving after liberation think. No, it's about to love God. That's why you see, as you're growing up here, you see, I thought I wanted to be loved by God. That's automatic. That's the happiness of the Lord. Forget about that for you. No, that's the Lord's happiness, is him loving you. This is perfection of love, is your loving God. See how that works? No, I just want to be loved by God. No, that's his thing. He wants to love you. Hey, stop trying to take his place in his position. See, that's a little thing like want to be God. No. You want to be loved by God? No, that's his trip, man. He wants to love his devotees. Do you want to love him? See, that was Prahlad. Prahlad was always he loved loving the Lord. Loving on the Lord, man. He would chant and meditate on the names of Narayan in great ecstasy and affection. See, so the Lord appears, and automatically, that's what we're working on here. See, the Lord appears, and then you become loving, affectionate, but still, even devotees, you're still making some offenses, myself included. We're all getting trained here. Because the Lord appears like Nishingadev, like sometimes in River, just like seeing Nishingadev incarnate sometime. Ask Karuna, he knows all about that. But can you see what's inside there, behind all of that? See, Prahlad saw that. He wasn't like even the demigods needed to advance further. See, the love of Prahlad Maharaj was very deep. He could see, and he just loved, even, he wasn't looking at the outside, and the intestines, He saw his Lord was there. So that when you misbehaved devotees here who have the Lord has chosen, that's what I'm starting to see. I love that way of looking. I'm not bothered the river being a little bit of a bitch sometimes. No, my Lord's living inside her. It's kind of cute, See, my Lord's laughing, Man, have I found peace now that I'm not bothered by these things. Now I know why the Lord's at peace. You know, he says, "Ah, man, this is my devotee. I love her. She's exchanging medals with her. She's loving on him." I don't know, like, you know, this is so the Lord say, "Hey, man, you know, this is my devotee." Now, but that devotee, she's not like this. She's not Vaishnava etiquette. Now. Oh, she's not acting like a Vaishnava. See, the Vaidhi thing comes out. So it's good. You get purified. I don't want to change. Well, okay. Well, you know, that's your loss. You know? Why wouldn't you want to? Don't you want to? Don't you want to be like? You know, that's why those persons don't understand these verses. Of why I'm beginning to. Yeah, I can relate to Krishna as a friend. Yeah, I feel like you do, Krishna. I also want to know the glories of Radha's love. You know, you guys still got some ways to go. You have to be, in the sense, a friend, so friendly with Krishna that what he likes, you like. What you want, he wants, you like also. Yeah, yeah. You like the best thing, Lord. Hey, man, you know that love of Radha is amazing. Yeah, I also want to know her happiness, man. See, like that. So that's why the Lord came as a devotee. That's why we're learning how to be a devotee. You think Radha's looking at what is she looking at when she sees anybody that that is a devotee, part of the Vrindavan family? Is she looking at, you know, they're this or that, or should they're acting this way, they're angry, or they're, no, she's looking at, wow, my Lord's living inside. Oh wow, when I see this devotee, I see my Lord. You know, Prabhupada was teaching the basics. You know, he even said, well, you know, we dress up the devotees, you know, we put the tilak on them and the little dhotis, so to remind people of Krishna. Okay? Well, we take it to the next level here. We dress the devotees up with ecstatic devotion so that people can really remember Krishna, but they don't seem to like it. They don't seem to. Uh, they seem to misunderstand things. We're dressing up the devotees with ecstatic devotion, and so that people can remember it. So the first phase of remembering Krishna, when you got all these offenses, you get angry, you get mad at them, you try to control them. All this stuff is coming out. You see, they think, oh, Gohari, he's not spiritual anymore. No, just showing you, you know, a little bit more Christians. It's just bringing this stuff that's in the way. I'm sorry, man. My Lord Krishna undresses gopis, you know, so that he can get more intimate with them. Come on, how do you go to bed with somebody unless if they got their clothes on? Right there, Shamagori? You got to take the clothes off. So how can the Lord be more intimate with you if you got all this clothing here on? Oh, by the way, this is not pornography. This is not nasty. When you get close to the Lord, the clothing for the Lord is the false ego. The clothing for the Lord is not seeing things as they are, not seeing in the vision of the Lord, not seeing in the conclusive way of the revealed scriptures. Okay? That's the clothing in the way of more intimacy. Okay? Clothing. So the Lord is undressing us, taking the clothing off. Sometimes you know the gopis in the story, they didn't like the clothing being stolen by Krishna, right? Any more than you hear that. No, let's just stay spiritual. But you know the Lord wants to. You ask, you know, this is the thing. The gopis, they even back then, it's not surprising the gopis here now also fall Christian. What are you doing there? Yeah, these are my clothes. I'm attached to them. I've had them this part for a long time. Who wants to let these things go? So he has to steal them. And they fault him for it. They fault him for it. But the Lord goes on stealing the clothes, doesn't he? And then later on, they're very happy about it. Well, I'm not above my master. My master steals the clothing of the false ego of some of the devotees and their conditionings and all that. He got flack, I get flack. Why not? What am I going to do? It's time. I'm here to work, not work now, samadhi later. Luckily, I get a little samadhi in too. It's great. The Lord makes up the difference sometimes. Oh wow, thank you, man. That's why they're teaching. You see, they're teaching Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavat. The devotees were going through stuff, transforming. It wasn't always, like when I was in the Rhyme Raj group, and the Radhi, ooh, Radhi. You have full body experience, not all up in here. And because you're holding this down. You notice that river, some of the devotees that hold it down, they're all up in this part, oh, no, not that. We don't want to take. We keep that down there. No one to come up. No. But that's what's going to make us closer to each other here. See, that's in the way. See, that's how you ground it. That's how you really make devotees. Not just always, and then this is still there, and then it comes out when you get triggered. No, that's part of the process. Is the trigger. See, trigger. It triggers. See, it brings something. Pull the trigger and boom. Yeah, yeah. So anyway, there's some of that going on here. So don't, you know, that's what people fear. You notice they're afraid of that. That's that part. That's that Nishingadev part. See, even the demigods were afraid of Nishingadev. People are afraid of being triggered. But that's what's keeping them. See, Prahlad was really purified, man. That guy. That's why he was so deep in his relationship with the Lord that he came as Vasudev Dat. He's the one who prayed for the deliverance of the whole universe. That moved the Lord. Wow. This is the kind of, can you imagine anybody attached to the Lord? And even if some of you guys, I'm stepping on some of your toes, yeah, you're all glorious. But what am I going to do? Father I have to do the duty of a father sometimes. What am I, it's my duty. I wouldn't be executing. And then the point, you all grow up and you know what I'm talking about. Then, you're mature and fully matured. And I'm also maturing. This is part of the work. Side of the street, not fence. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Side of the street. We are going to Nottingham to teach those naughty bhaktas some gentle manners. Great. All right. Now, you go. You teach those two something, man. Especially you teach that river over there. When she gets on her throne and starts talk about suppressing yourself, too afraid to laugh. Yeah, when she gets on her throne, you just you sit down there as her subject. Yes, queen. Yes, my queen. You want a smoothie? What would you like in the smoothie? And don't forget the toast. Just This much butter. Don't over butter. Amy says we are learning how to surrender to God and truly love Him. We don't actually know how to love in general as much as we want love. Above all, we don't actually know how to give it and how it all works. See, that's when I got a good student, man. Open. Not some of these people who think they know all about bhakti, especially these demigod types. Dress you choose, the Lord will accept you in the suit, totally naked. Yeah, well, but you see, we're talking on the level of the subtle clothing. See, people thinking clothing, like what you wear. That's the thing, yeah. But you see, do you see the test is like here, and everybody's very fortunate you get this test because this gets you to the point of seeing the Lord here. Can you recognize the Lord here? That's the real test. That's how your devotion needs to mature to the point where you recognize it. Don't think because you're like, yeah, it's great, but the Lord and Gaurahari's also look at it. Well, yeah, okay. Are you really clear on what that devotion is and where it is? And are you relating to that? Do you see that as the glorious thing and how amazing that is to be? That's why I believe in this Sangha. I believe because I see the fruit. The fruit is the Lord is exercising His magnanimous nature to give Himself even to people who are not fully surrendered, who have some conditionings and false ego and things inside but the Lord sees their heart that they really want Him. And He does, He gives. That's why you guys, everybody can learn. This is, without coming here to this Sangha, you got many lifetimes going on. But here you have the possibility. You could see the Lord's mercy in action. Look at River. The Lord didn't even wait. Be a saw her heart. She was always saying, I want more of this. I want more of Krishna. I want more of He gives it. So He ain't going to wait for her to. He's going to just speed up the process from the inside. Yeah. She's the most balanced devotee I see here so far. You know why? Because she has the ecstatic love that many devotees have, but she also has working on this, getting rid of this stuff too. See, and that's what people can learn from her here. This is very good. Krishna loves this. This is she can teach many people the process they got to go through. Otherwise, you don't unload the clothing. It causes imbalance. All of a sudden, oh, Radhi, and then in our relationships, that clothing is in the way of the Lord wants to see that Vrindavan here in our relationships, not just in our fantasy land, which is not fantasy. It's great. You're worshiping in ecstasy, but He wants to see that embodied. See, so that our clothing is off here and we're manifesting Vrindavan again. It's all about bringing back the new Vrindavan, man. Otherwise, we can't really. People think it's fake. You're just another one of those so-called spiritual people. You talk this and or whatever you're doing on the inside, but then in your relationships, it's not manifesting. See, so the clothing comes off. You see, this is what was going on even 550 years ago. Even when Jesus was here. That's why Jesus came up with these sayings. They will know that you're my real disciples by how much you love each other. That's how it is in this Sangha. Hey? Surprise. I mean, that's from my side of my side of the street? Yeah. That's how I see it. When I see ecstasy and also, like being able to, integrate and nice, And not just, like people, they have some clothing still mixed in with their preaching. The martyr thing. Well, you know how much I do for that person. I've done so much. Well, maybe you've done too much. Why are you being burned out? This is supposed to be effortless. That's clothing. Let's get rid of it. Let go of Hari. Just rip it off. No, don't do that. Don't take it off. See, my Lord, He wants more intimacy with everybody. That's the way He is. Okay. When Nishingadev saw the small boy, he became most affectionate, became most ecstatic in affection towards his devotee. See, the Lord, that's the Lord. The Lord wants to be ecstatic, so why wouldn't we want to be ecstatic? See, this is so many nice teachings to teach people. It's actually very simple. See, the Lord wants to relate to his devotee because he wants to become ecstatic. It's the only thing that gives him the greatest happiness. That's how he spoils us, right? We want to relate to the Lord, and we, because this ecstasy gives us the greatest happiness. See, you become fit to associate with the transcendental Lord because you become of the same nature as real devotees in the liberated state, even here, even before we have the perfect thing. People here who have the Radha and Krishna living. How you know when you're recognizing Radha and Krishna? You see her in the devotees that both Radha and Krishna have given them the mercy to live inside them. See, because that's the only way you can get attracted to Chaitanya Leela. You have to get the grace. You have to get the mercy. It's the only way you can laugh and cry. That's why you see, I never saw Narayan Raj laughing and crying. I never saw Radhakuni Babaji laughing and crying. I mean, that's my experience. Maybe there is someone, but I didn't see it. I know that's because it's very rare. I never seen an ISKCON devotee laughing and crying. And that's a symptom of this kind of love that Radha and Krishna have given themselves to you. Otherwise, you can't do that. There's no way. You can't do that on your own. This is called the grace. You got the grace because you're in the right place. That proves to me, like, oh wow, we're it's true. It wasn't just a pipe dream that I had, with Prabhupada coming and authorizing this. It wasn't just a crazy fantasy that my second disciple have seen Krishna. No, all these things are coming true. Yeah. And it comes true. That's why I say, those who come here and they see some benefit and all that, and then they reject the path. It's like a slap in the face. That's why, I don't have time for you. That's a slap. You just slapped in the face. Oh, even though I tell you, oh, this is good. Oh, no, my path is great, man. I have my connection with God. Oh, okay, there's no room for this word. All right, go on your own. In these times, maybe these times will teach you when you start to see how terrible it becomes. And you don't have this. You think this is just some another thing. You think you devotees in ISKCON and Gaudiya Math and Gaudiya Smriti and Radha Bhavi, you think this is just another devotional thing, like common thing. This is a very uncommon thing that is happening here. You prove me to you have any uncommon thing like this. Uncommon thing of the grace of Lord Caitanya manifesting liberated symptoms in people here, not questioning, do you do this, do you do that, did you eat this, did you eat that? That's the way it was when he was there. It all changed 550 years ago because that grace wasn't authorized yet, but it is again. It is authorized now. Make some room for it. Make way for the Lord, man. The Lord is this grace. What, don't you wanna go back to Godhead here? Manifest Godhead in this world? Manifest where people look at you and they see the devotional qualities, they see the ecstasy that the Lord Himself has.
and his highest devotees have, like Prahlad and others. Even that's why it causes reaction, even though they don't understand that they benefit. They see something they never saw before. They see something they never seen in a million incarnations that they've been through. That's pretty amazing. That's why we're just here to wake up the sleeping world. Yeah, they're waking up already. You see, the demons are waking them up. They're showing themselves, right? You show yourself. See, the demons have been hiding, so nobody has known that the demons have been managing this world, eating their children. You know how many children disappear every year? And it's been going on for a long time. The FBI never, you see some, you only see a portion, you show a few. No, the demons, that's their food. See, they live on bodies. See, they're coming to light. See, the people are becoming aware because they're revealing themselves. And the demigods, the good people, are revealing themselves. Well, I got some news for you. We're also revealing the magnanimity and the grace of Lord Caitanya in this world. And people are becoming aware of it. If we don't reveal it and show what it is and teach what it is, it will just be, it wouldn't be here. But that's our work, or our play, actually. This is the play on the stage of the world. Jesus predicted this. He said, everything that's been hidden in the closets, and that means you see Prabhupada and Bhaktisiddhanta Bhakti hid it in the closets. Even this ecstasy was hidden in the closets. The demon stuff was hidden in the closets. Now they're revealing. They're telling you, right? You should see Carl Schwab. Just flat out right. Said, we're making you slaves. You're going to have a pass. You're going to get this, whether you like it or not. It's going to be mandated. They just see. They tell you, we're gonna dominate you. You are our slaves. So, would you like the spiritual potency to dominate your life? It's the only other alternative. You can come to the other pole. Let's make it pole shift. Let's shift the poles. You want Maya to dominate you? He's just doing, the work of the Maya, the illusory potency. He's the warden of this world. These kind of guys, they're in charge of the prison. You want to get out? Hey, well, Maya's even, hey man, you can get out. There's a place. It's called the Lord Caitanya's Amazing Grace Place. You want to get out? Hey, Lucifer is in control of religion. He's in control of Vaishnavism. He's in control of all those persons. Still, they're not free. You got to show that you have Lord Caitanya's grace and spiritual potency. This is the only alternative. What? Oh, you're going to get out following all your little rules and regulations? Oh, that's just for beginners. You're going to get out with tears and laughter and having a great time. As the world is being locked down, you're going to say, come in, everybody, be saved, more than saved. Be happy even now. See? Make your food the spiritual body of the Lord, which is his name. Make that your blood. Chanting the name in ecstasy. Make that ecstasy your blood. See, what did Jesus say? You must eat my body. I am the bread of life. What is that? That's his word, man. That's what got me in ecstasy, was the word preached by the book of John. These truths. See? Drink his blood was this ecstatic emotion I felt for 3 weeks continuously of being in union with the Lord, seeing that form of God everywhere. See, it became my blood. His body was the truth, the word. See, born of the word, not of flesh and blood. That's what you get here, man. You're all born of the word, right? Shows you got bona fide guru. Who can say that? Anybody in ISKCON? Have any of you gurus? Is anybody born of the word you speak, man? And born of the word is Radha and Krishna awakened in people's hearts. I haven't seen anybody in the Narayan Raj group. There's not one person I saw born of his word. What's that saying? And he's all Radhe Radhe and Rupa Rupa. Where Rupa Nugas? Well, where's the Rupa Nuga? Where's the Nuga? Where's the nugget? Yeah, here. Okay, so whatever you did, great. You learned a few things. You memorized some verses about the highest thing that you don't know. Is the thing. People study the Bhagavatam, they study Rupa Goswami's works, but they still don't know. Because you need this ecstatic love that we carry, man. Otherwise, you're not going to know. You're going to die without this. We carry life with us, man. We speak the word of life. We cause a genesis in people because the Lord is living in many of us in an awakened state, showing Himself. Whoever accepts these truths, look at them. Look at Fanny, her appreciation. Look where it's brought her. Man, she's juiced up. She called me the other day, just happy, man, energy, life. She said, I used to lay in bed all the time, but now I got energy, life, man. And even her family is seeing it. Got her daughter-in-law chanting, a Muslim. That's the grace of Lord Caitanya. That's the grace of having some room for this word. You have such a birth of the Spirit inside you. It's a revolution in your lives. I'm sure it's a revolution in her life. Look at Amy. She come from nowhere. This was a food service where, not much into, just felt like an orphan in this world. But she's found a real home, huh? Loves Krishna, loves her guru, loves the Vaishnavas, preaches so nicely. Yeah, not an envious bone in her body either. Isn't that amazing? Fanny's like that too. It's amazing. That's fantastic. Look at Lalita's ecstasy. Look at River's ecstasy. Look at Johan's ecstasy. There's one big family here. Yeah, and the more people see, wow, you have such nice relations. And then see, so as we advance, see, that's why the Lord is one by one. He knows who to send us. And as we're getting more and more purified and more clear, then more people see, wow, this is a great tree. See, Chaitanya tree of devotion. They see, wow, this is a great tree to make our nest. Let's nest here. Isn't that right, Shamaguri? She said, I'm never leaving now. I remember. She said, it's solid now. It's a great place to make a nest, right? You're going to make a nest in this world. Make a nest here, man. It's the best place. Oh, go ahead there, Shamaguri.
I just wanted to say, I feel so deeply connected now. It's it's shown around me with people, with my family. They see, oh, what happened with Mama? Yeah, they only see me happy, laughing.
Yeah.
It's so nice. Oh, Gurudev. I'm so grateful, really. Oh, I feel so connected also with you, so deeply. Yeah. And of course, with the devotees, but this is very special for me. This is,
Yeah, it's exactly. It's amazing. River, give us a word.
Wow, Maharaj. Everything, whilst walking this path with you, and the words that you say, they're so attractive. but then after a bit they come alive in you. So then you really experience them. You really know what they mean through one's own experience. And we can experience here life walking with God in safety, and in order to feel safe, we got to go through those little glitches, things that make us not feel safe. We got to kind of realize that they're just a kind of illusions, Maharaj. This place that you've made for us, the real family, everybody, every daughter wants to have their father as their friend, even in normal families, they want to have their parents as their friends. I've been working on that for ages, trying to have my biological parents as my mates, because I thought that's it. Well, I thought that's it, because that's my relationship really is going to be with my parents. I couldn't see real love anywhere. I was lost in what people are doing to actually not know love at all, really, to a degree. Love of duty, the love of duty but here receiving real pure love of God more and more, being showered by that and sheltered by that, and being able to really just grow, come out of that suppression, and to really express everything, to express the Lord. There's nothing greater. You've given us tools, you've given us ways. I said it in class today. This is the real, I think it's more than G8 now. This is the real round table. This is the real Christmas dinner. We are having the real feast of Christmas dinner here. We are eating gloriously, deep Krishna here, and anybody can join our Christmas round table. This is the real meeting. This is the real meeting of the, like you were saying, the New World Order, and we're eating Christmas. And as we are doing this, we are changing, we're evolving, we are growing, we are seeing through, like you've been saying, your words have been so powerful. Just see through the crust, see through the crust, just see the heart, just see the changes of the heart within us. And you know what it does? It removes my own crusts, it removes others' crusts out of the way. If you're removing others, you're kind of seeing your constant words of saying those to us, and with many things, and that's the recent thing at the moment is, just move them out the way. This is a family unit. There's no family like this. There's no family that is doing what we are doing here with you. And wow, I'm so grateful. So grateful. It's so peaceful. It's so freeing, satisfying, pacifying, inspiring. I say these words, but they're life. They've brought to life here with us. Where else, I haven't left my desk from this morning. But it's great. Thank you. Even what's happening with Lolita and Johan is great.
Yeah,
It is great.
it's perfect. Yeah, it's perfect.
You talk about the blocks. He can unblock me, Maharaj, but he's still got blocks with me. He can unblock me, but there's still something it's the relationship. Building a relationship with each other helps to get rid of blocks.
You see, that's the thing. If you don't want to deal with something, you haven't recognized the importance of it. That's why he and everybody else, you'll perfect your love with Krishna. All of us will all perfect our love with Krishna by the clothing coming off. Otherwise, that's what I know. The Lord's let me see that when I see like an ecstatic devotee, and then they say they're not looking at that. Well, do you really want to know Radharani? Well, Radharani is right there before you, trying to help you in that devotee. Radha is in the river, like, I don't care what is she meant, but Radha and Krishna, Lord Caitanya, are in her. And when you see that, oh my goodness, you'll be so happy. Then you'll be free, really free. And then you'll start to know the love of Radha and Krishna. Otherwise, it's not perfected. It'll always be that clothing in the way. So it's got to come off at some point if you want. If not, you could just stay as you are and just block everybody and see you're basically blocking them. You're blocking Radha and Krishna, who you're worshiping.
Just like the Vaidhi Bhaktas. They're on their level, they're blocking Radha and Krishna who they're worshiping by not acknowledging to this point what we're doing. At least you know that. So, because this is just natural. Vrindavan is the highest revelation of the absolute truth, and that highest revelation is realization of it and understanding of it is manifesting here more and more and more. This has the potential. Whether we get there or not, it doesn't matter. We're just making more of the new Vrindavan here, so you can see the relationships that were perfected, but not.
Oh, you're frozen, Maharaj. We can't hear you anymore. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Gaura,
Krishna,
Gaura, Gaura,
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Gaura,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna
Gaura,
Krishna,
Gaura,
Hare Hare.
Gaura, Gaura, Gaura.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I had to go back to the phone because my internet is not working on the computer.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, the relationships of Vrindavan that were then, there were devotees who were like, see, this is what people need to know. You know, the mercy of Lord Caitanya he's given us the qualification to enter Vrindavan and go through what the devotees there, who were very elevated, were able to go through. They weren't always perfect, but they developed this ecstatic attraction of Vrindavan by the mercy of Vaishnavas, either by their guru or something, who had that kind of attraction. So they could go to Vrindavan, even though they had some attraction to pious deeds or impious things. Didn't matter, because they had the attraction, and that's what Lord Chaitanya's given us. And so while we're here, we'll go as far as we can go. The Lord will do the gopi thing here. He'll use, the devotees to take our clothing of the false ego away, like he did the clothing. That's not material, that clothing thing. There, you take the clothes of the gopis. It's a spiritual principle. It's it's all in codes. Oh, my thing is coming back here, I think. Okay. You know what? I'm going to switch back to the computer here.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna
Okay.
Krishna, Hare.
All right, we're back. Yeah, it's all in codes. And only the devotion awakened can begin to reveal the devotional science as it actually is. So here, the Lord is giving the grace where we will be able to go to where Krishna is actually having his pastimes, and then by this union and separation, by watering our meeting with Krishna and separating and meeting and the crying and all of those emotions that we are getting already, then it become completely 100% no more covering anymore. It's all pure relationship with the Lord without any covering. So Lord Chaitanya's special grace at this time, only through his real disciplic line, and only with this special order. This is not order. Look at Prabhupada. He didn't preach this. He not to this extent. No, in the books, yeah, to an extent. Bhakti Siddhanta didn't even, Bhakti Vinod, definitely not. He kept it all inside his room. Look at this. This is the manifestation of Lord Chaitanya's mercy publicly, to publicly teach and demonstrate and attract people into this spiritual family of Vrindavan, the highest revelation that you can't even. If a person is, I'm telling you, man, this is so special. If a person is in Vaikuntha, they can't go. They would have to come here, or they'd have to listen here to develop this special kind of bhav that we're getting, this kind of special intimacy they don't have. I'm telling you, they don't have in Vaikuntha, this great, amazing place, liberated. They don't have this. There's more distance between in their relationship with Krishna than in many of these devotees here. Because we have this special incarnation. Demigods are pushing their way in to get into this time to meet a devotee, so that this is the only practical way. We have the Vraj Bhav, and that's why Narayan Raj wasn't doing it, and ISKCON wasn't doing it or can't do it, because you have to have that Bhav, and then you got to have the order. Prabhupada had that Bhav, Bhakti Siddhanta also, and Bhakti Vinod, but they didn't have the order to do this. So that order came to me by Prabhupada himself in that lucid dream. This is special, man. That's why, look at you guys. That's why the Vaishnavas can't believe it. The Narayan, all they do is talk about Radha Bhav, but they don't demonstrate it, that they've got it. It's very deep what's going on here. Even the ecstatic devotees that are already ecstatic, they're still learning more about, how to see where Radha and Krishna are. Even and we're it. You could see where they're manifesting in us and perfecting our bhakti here. He is becoming more and more grounded in our relationships, embodied. See, embodied. Oh yeah, where's Radha and Krishna embodied in this world? Well, it's those who love Radha and Krishna and love each other. See why Jesus said these things? They were also working on that back then, and even now, though the spirit-filled devotees are working on it. But we got a great advantage of, because we're open. See, open. Luckily, I was open to Lord Caitanya and the teachings of Prabhupada. See, you guys are open to seeing this devotional expression and hearing the revelations and realizations that come from that, as much as you are capable, except when it comes to taking the clothing off. Then they go, well, I don't know if I can trust this. Yeah, so anyway, that's amazing stuff. Okay. Hare Krishna. By the touch of Lord Nishingadev's hand on Prahlad Maharaj's head, Prahlad was completely freed of all material contaminations and desires, as if he had been thoroughly cleansed. Therefore, he at once became transcendentally situated, and all the symptoms of ecstasy became manifest in his body. His heart filled with love, and his eyes filled with tears, and thus he was able to completely capture the lotus feet of the Lord within the core of his heart. Can you relate to that, anybody? Do you know how many ISKCON devotees can't relate to that? You know how many Narayan Raj devotees, they just read that on the page. But you guys have relation with that. That's happening in your hearts, right, Shamaguri? Yeah, I know you're feeling stuff like that. You can relate, right? So you have relation. You become like Prahlad Maharaj, an intimate servant of the Lord. Where are you going to get that here? Who has ever preached that here? Well, Lord Caitanya did, Nityananda did. Whoever demonstrated that, who actually passed it on into the hearts of others? Oh, well, Lord Caitanya did. Yeah. Nityananda, their followers did back then. Who's doing it now? Oh, only here, as far as I know. They're all saying, no, by austerities you get it. And you don't get it, right? Oh yeah, well just keep going for another many lifetimes, and you'll get it by keep being austere, keep being regulated devotee, keep going to the morning program. It's all in all. That's all you'll ever have to do. It'll never be another message from God and through a real spiritual master to progress more. Just do that to the end of your days. Don't listen to any other word. Just Prabhupada said, work your butt off, build temples, be regulated, do the morning program, and that's it forever. And that's what you see. I see these devotees, they're on that track. Okay? Anybody ready for more? You want any deeper? You want more intimacy with Krishna? Well, I think you're going to have to come here because nobody else did that. None of the Narayan Raj group is doing that. The Radhakund Babajis don't do that. It's still all they say, Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. We're intimate associates of the Lord, but you don't see any intimate association. They don't have it or give it that I've seen. A lot of talk, but no ecstasy. No deep revelation about this. Hey man, I'm only impressed now. Do you have the revelation of Lord Chaitanya's mercy? Otherwise, every other teaching is bogus and bullshit, man. This is the will of God, man. This is the will of the highest nature of the Lord, is to come here and hear this message. I don't believe it. Well, that's no room for this word. Okay, get out there, sit in the bleachers. Another how many lifetimes it takes for you to recognize where the mercy of Lord Caitanya is, because that's the only game in town in Kali Yuga, is the mercy of Lord Caitanya, and that's here right now at this time, this place, this circumstance. And nowhere else have I seen it. Show us the proof. Show us the fruit. Ecstatic devotion is any of your disciples, Acharya Dev, Radhanath. If not, you should be here and learn, the real science being expressed and taught and given to anyone who comes and listens and learns about the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. It's all about that, my friend. And it comes in the real line when the Lord orders it. Just give it to the lowest persons. That's the order I got. I don't know about you. I'm sorry, River. You don't get to do. You got bad behavior. You have too much of a queen on your bench there. I don't like. You shouldn't. You don't deserve. I'm sorry. You're not a perfect devotee. You're offenses. You have offenses. I come from ISKCON. I learned the way. You don't know about River. You haven't been around with her for a while, man. I've been with her. I lived with her a long time. I know her ways. And I was fine. I had my room. Could ask Karuna. I was only there because I needed a place to stay. Yeah, I did. I need a nice place. I only want to be with devotees who have ecstasy and have my love of my Lord. She had it. I'm there. That's the only place I need to stay, man. Is a big place like that. Or those who are favorable to this bhakti. Go ahead there, River.
Right, it's done it. It's done it. Yeah, absolutely, Maharaj. It's amazing. I just want to say a couple of things. One, in order for me to build relationships, because I couldn't build lengthy relationships. They wouldn't last. They were really lovely, but they wouldn't last. With Lolita, I was able to build a relationship with her without seeing the crusts. I could see crusts, Lolita, and she could see my crusts.
Right.
We built this relationship with just ignoring the crusts, just moving them out the way, gently speaking about them. And our relationship was severed. It's happened to me before, Maharaj, where I was listening to my first guru. He broke my relationship with him. And after a few months, you came into my life and it changed my whole world. And even with Lolita, with our little break that we've been having, we've been able to process each other and everything that we've been speaking about. And now there's been an opening for Lolita to let go of her demons, for me to let go of more of my demons, for everyone here to let go of their demons. So really great. She's really great. And I knew, and I'm going to say this because I've done it before, I knew that she couldn't say I've had enough. She couldn't stop listening to me. I said, like, I'm going to go now. This is enough. I would go. I would do that because I knew she couldn't do it.
Right.
Because she didn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Even though I learned how to say no and speak up for myself, not as much as being here, Maharaj, not as much as being here with you and having the Lord, that the potency from the Lord. So, she's great, but I had to learn. She can't do this. She can't say this. I have a great relationship, and I wanted to keep having that relationship with her, but it was broken. It had to be, for us to go deeper into going closer to the Lord by removing those blocks, those things that we have. It's really lovely. And it's a great way to kind of see where people are. They can't really say that. If I say to them, you need to learn how to say no, you need to learn how to stand up,
Yeah.
was not going to have it, not at that point.
Yeah.
Until it's pushed out sometimes. For advanced devotees, our things are pushed out more. We have a
Yeah.
deeper understanding
Mhm.
because it's got easier. It's got easier. So thank you, Maharaj. It's been absolutely amazing. I'm going to leave now, if that's okay, because we have
Yeah.
visitors. We just need to go do a few things before they come, if
Okay,
that's okay.
great.
We'll keep listening as well. So
Okay.
that's good.
I
Thank
did
you,
that.
Maharaj. Thank you, Shamagori. Thank you to Tom. Thank you to devotees. Hare Krishna. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Hare Krishna.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Okay, let's read a little bit here more. Okay. So, by the touch of Lord Nrsingadev's hand on Prahlad Maharaj's head, Prahlad was completely freed from all material contaminations. See, and so that we get the touch of the Lord here. This is the Lord's grace. If you come into association of real devotees here, they have the touch. We have the touch of the Lord. We live for that. We live on that. It's very important because this is how you get cleansed from inside, and you know a new type of cleansing that nobody knows. You can't get this kind of cleansing by being a perfect Brahmin. See, perfect Brahmins aren't cleansed like those who get the grace of Lord Caitanya, this grace of this special love, this special devotion. It's cleansing in a way that you can't get cleansed. The other is only with the Brahminical principles you can clean the outside of the cup. See, it has to come to this point, and you can only get this ability in association with devotees who have such cleansing. They get the touch of the Lord. There's no other way. See, that's why these verses, Lord Chaitanya preached them. He said, you could be a perfect Brahmin with all the Brahminical qualifications perfectly, and they can look at you, wow, he's austere and he's so regulated and he's renounced and he follows the rules and he's regulated, he's a vegetarian, see? Or a fruitarian. Wow, he must be a pure devotee, he must be a perfect devotee. And the Lord says, counters with the Bhagavatam verse, oh yeah, if you're just like that and you don't have this special love for the Lord. They're touched by the Lord because the Lord wants to touch his devotees, and the devotees want to touch the Lord. They want this ecstatic love. They want this intimacy with God. Yeah, and they exchange that. Now we're talking purification. See, the Lord says, without that, you can't purify yourself or anybody else. So why go to Brahmins or perfect renunciates when this is available? This is real cleansing. Why go to where that's why, you see, Prabhupada said, Chaitanya Charitamrita is postgraduate. Because who understands these principles? The Acharya Dev don't understand them. Radhanath don't understand them. Many persons, even in our Sangha, even though they're ecstatic, don't understand them to the full extent. Even I don't understand to the full extent. Learning all the time. I love to learn. I'm a student. Proud of it. I love being a student. Forever student. Krishna likes to come as a student. He also like, hey, Yoga Maya, I order you to put some ignorance over me so I can learn. Make me so I'm not like all knowing. I want to learn. I want to meet my devotees and exchange these loving affairs like I never seen them before, ever fresh. Hey, the Lord wants that. Why wouldn't we want that? Only because you don't know it's available, man. Well, how do you know it's available? You got to see it's available. You got to see a devotee in action. See, action it has to be an action movie. Okay? Oh, what does it look like to love God? What does that look? Nobody knows. Everybody's they're so busy trying to hide it, which they can't even do because they don't even know what it is. It's just a show. Oh yeah, we're not supposed to show. But I know in my mind what love of God is. Love of God is, all these, mental things. It's what we're dealing with here. We got a lot of jungle growth. Shamaguri, get your choppers and spade out. We got to uncover this deity. He's in the jungle here. See? What does this mean? What does this mean? You come here long enough, I'll tell you what it means. You're that, the deity's inside you, and that deity's all covered up with all this stuff. And you're his devotee, but you don't know it. You need to have all this jungle growth. We come in with our choppers and spades and chop away, give you a nice haircut. We come in with the scissored hands. Edward Scissorhands comes in, manicures the tree. You ever see that movie? It's pretty interesting.
Yes. Yeah, I remember that.
I thought he was mad. He came in there. He trimmed the whole neighborhood. That's what we do. Go hard.
Yeah.
Mad. Edward
Johnny
Scissorhands.
Depp.
This mad guy cut all
this role.
They trim all that stuff.
Whatever is needed, I'm going through it. I tell you, whatever is needed, I will go through it.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah. We need a pit bull here, man. What happened to my bulldog shirt? I had a nice bulldog shirt. Disappeared.
Yeah, I remember that. And you always said, I'm the pit bull and you're the bulldog.
I bet Jonathan still has that.
Yep.
His heart filled with love and his eyes with tears, and thus he was able to completely capture the lotus feet of the Lord within the core of his heart. See, you come here, you'll be able to relate this. You become a real pure devotee. You'll come here to become a saint. Many devotees, your heart fills with love. You can say, boy, now you know what real love is. Tears come to your eyes, heart fills with love. You notice that there, Shamaguri? How about you, Tom? You feel any of that?
I feel that, of course. Oh.
Yeah, there you go. That's the path, man. You be around real devotees. We got the order. Now, what else do you want? All ducks are in a row, man. Come to the front of the line. One by one, we'll marry you to Krishna. Just come, let us take a few clothings off, and we'll marry you to Krishna. You did the austerities like the gopis. They did austerities, right? They did this. They ate unspiced khichdi. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they did. But see, so it's not about fasting ultimately. Let's just show your sincerity, like those guys with the rock. They would go around the Govardhan Hill, oh Lord, in the rain. And all I saw, man, these poor guys. They take these heavy rocks they carry with them. Lord, look how sincere I am. They put the rock in front of them. They give obeisances. And they do this. It takes them maybe 22 days to go around the hill or something, a whole month or two, you know. And every day, they do, see, Lord, how sincere I am. Oh, I'm suffering for you, the martyr thing. I'm standing over there. I said, oh, God, all you have to do is come and listen over here and you can put your rocks down. Just drop those freaking rocks. Because it's your ignorance. All you need is to know the real path. The real path is the devotee. The real path is a devotee preaching the real path, the confidential truths of this path. It's all in the Bhagavatam, man. It's all in Chaitanya Leela. It's all in Bhagavad Gita, even with the right eyes. Yeah. Put your rocks down. Hey, you Vaidhi Bhaktas, put your rocks down. All that hard work you're doing. Put it down. Come here. Come to this is the essential teaching. It's been ordered already by your Prabhupada, who you're worshiping but don't know very well. We know him better. That's why he came and said, okay, give him the mercy, man. I was chanting in ecstasy for years before that, getting ready for the mission. Again, I didn't even know I was getting ready for any mission. I was just having a great time, just relishing Chaitanya Bhagavan. I was wandering around India, man, in ecstasy. I even had a flute. I carried a flute with me. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Tom.
Yeah. What I feel is leaving your clothes. It really means you leave your unnecessary investments. Yes, they are anartha. They are unnecessary. So it's like leaving a burden, leaving unnecessary obstacles, leaving unnecessary investments, leaving even unnecessary offenses. This is clothes in it stands for a barrière, a blockage, a fence.
Anatas.
Yeah, anarthas is
Anatas. Yeah.
when this leaving your clothes means leaving your unnecessary burdens,
Yeah,
unnecessary
absolutely. Yeah.
investments.
Yeah, that's what it means. It's just yeah, and so this is the process. See, this is the will of the Lord. It was 550 years ago. The Lord just wanted to give the devotees this ecstatic devotion so they could worship Him very intimately, which gives Him happiness. See, He becomes ecstatic with His devotee and gives the devotee mutually happiness, mutual happiness. So anyway, that's revived again now. And otherwise, you're going to just stay in your Vaidhi processes for a long time, and it'll be like Narayan Maharaj said, many lifetimes before you get this, because it wasn't given to him this revelation to preach this for whatever reason, whether he's qualified or not. It doesn't matter. It just wasn't given, but it's given now. Okay? You come here very quickly. You'll taste this nectar and you'll start really perfecting your bhakti on the level of Vrindavan way. The Vrindavan way is exactly what's being here. You're this union and ecstasy and taking off some clothing. See, we follow the same path, man. Go ahead, Tom.
It really feels when you are in this space, you're in a safe space, and your progress is protected. Yeah, you can if you need some time to um, um, to process. Yeah, it's here. Yeah, there is no you can do it in an individual perfect environment. The perfect progress is here. It is a safe space to progress. It's a safe time. It's like this going downhill. There's this constant protection of guru is here. So it's a safe space to progress.
Yeah, even the that pastime Govardhan Hill. See, he's lifting on his pinky. The Govardhan Hill or the pastime. See, we're protected by Govardhan. What are we talking about? The the name and the fame and the pastimes. That's Govardhan, man. All the pastimes of Krishna went on that hill. Most of his most intimate pastimes are in there. So we lift Govardhan to protect ourselves, protect our hearts, protect our hearts from Maya coming in. See, so we are lifting that hill every day. And you lift it on a pig. It's very easy. Only a devotee can very easily lift Govardhan to the point where people get the transcendental protection of the Lord. It's effortless for devotees. And if you're not like that, you're not the real guru of Vrindavan. You have to be able to show that people are getting the transcendental protection of Govardhan's pastimes by them getting attraction. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, that is even freedom to experiment here. Yes, and that's this freedom, this raganuga, this spontaneous experiments. We can do it here. It's a safe space, and we can try out everything, like these mundane things like blocking or pushing and take a distance and even ordering. We can try order. I can order you someone. Now it's enough. Now I need some space for myself. I need some time. Go away, and it all becomes playful. And this playfulness um is a safe space to experiment. Yeah, we
Yeah,
can.
yeah, yeah. You get yeah.
Yeah, and this experiment is leading to find our true selves.
Hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I want to take a little break for a while, and we'll be back. Thank you for coming.
Haribo, Jai Gurudev.